Introducing RS30 Ultra. The first sim racing wheel and pedals designed by a professional championship racer. RS30 brings next-level realism to your racing sims. Sense the road, know your vehicle, and get faster lap times as you tear through the track. Dual helical gear motors give you more torque than traditional gear drive motors, with the same smoothness and quietness of a belt drive motor. Experience a stunning 6 Nm of torque, the most torque per dollar than any other wheel, and fast, accurate feedback with 0 dead zones. Feel every nuance and know exactly when you're understeering, oversteering, or losing traction. Spring-loaded pedals give you responsive throttle modulation and brake progression for absolute control and precision, just like the real thing. 2 additional paddles can be used as clutch and e-brake, or as pedal-free throttle and brakes. A rotation switch lets you easily toggle between simulation racing and arcade-style racing. Even the diameter of the wheel is calibrated to exact race car specifications. From the metal build to the suede wheel and steel pedals, every detail is dialed to give the entire system a high-end feel. Get better, go faster, win more, and enjoy every second of it. With RS30 Ultra, you'll race like a pro and feel like one too. RS30 Ultra by GTR Simulator. Go fast.
Good morning everyone and welcome to Flatout Racing League. We're here for round 7 live on Rallycross GT Twitch channel, the official broadcaster for Flatout Racing League Season 1. My name's Kurt Dunninger and I will be your host today. Chat is already getting crazy here. Saint is stand, yo, and Ridge Raider, hey. Hey guys, welcome. Drivers are getting ready here. We have 12 drivers today for amateur division with the GR2 cars. Looks like we see everyone today on the track, which is great news. We've been having some connection problems in the past, but looks like everybody will be able to start. We have another 7 minutes before qualifying starts. Drivers here in the pit stops warming up their seats while the tires get cold, I guess. So we are in Deep Forest, Switzerland, one of the classic tracks from old Gran Turismo, back now in GT7, with slightly changed layouts. I have to be honest, I don't really remember, or I don't really care what the track looked like in the past, but I know that the starting line, the starting straight there at the top, here at the top you can see the cursor, and then I think here on the bottom as well, they've straightened it up quite a bit for GT7, and one of the arguments was to make it more sim racing friendly. I think the original starting line was curvy or was too short, and it was not enough to fit, say, 20 cars or whatever they wanted to do. So they had to do a few changes to Deep Forest, also to Trial Mountain, and well, I've heard some rumors that in this month's update we're gonna get, what's it called, Grand Valley? I think it's Grand Valley that they said, rumors are saying that might come back. So let's see what changes they're gonna make to the track. Quite excited about that. Yoni's here as well, ready for the spins, and Beefcake Haley, shish. So Yoni, you want some spins? I've got the music just for you, mates. Check this out. So you guys watching there in the chat, when you get channel points, you can always use them to play sound alerts or highlight your message. This kind of thing makes a broadcast a little bit more exciting, a little bit more interactive. So please do use those when someone spins. There's plenty of sounds for spinning. There's some for epicness as well. Rich Raider and Yoni loving it. That's the point, guys. I want you guys to have fun as well, even from the spectator seat. If you would like to see any other different sounds, just let me know. I can try to add them to the to Twitch. So we've got another 5 minutes here to go. I think the drivers are not allowed to race yet, so I'm just gonna do a track reconnaissance here quickly, just to show you guys where we're driving. So with the police car going here, very slow pace. So this is a straight line. We have a very sharp, slightly off camber corner here in turn 1. You can see the two different surfaces of the track, more harder concrete on the left and the tarmac on the right. I don't know if in Gran Turismo you can feel the difference in grip. Then you have an uphill into this middle part of the track, a sequence of S's, which, if you're not careful, it can throw you off quite easily. So left, right, left, and then here's a heavy braking into this sharp right-hander under the bridge. And then we go long right under the other bridge, or is it the same? I think it's the same bridge. Then left, this is very open, and then you come to the apex here and you start braking a little bit so you don't overshoot on this corner. Come around here, brake, around here the bridge, into this sharp left. Now here's uphill again a little bit, foot down, to the tunnel, and I just saw a message there from race control in the chat saying go, 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 so drivers will start now. While the pace car is here on the track, you can see the drivers already out. We're just gonna finish the track reconnaissance and then gonna go see what they're doing. So through the tunnel here, flat out, straight line, and then you brake with this GR2 cars closer to the 100-meter mark into this hairpin. So now here we're gonna see people overshooting that hairpin, or overshooting here in the exit, or even get a bit too keen on the throttle and spinning the car. So you guys in the spectator seat, get ready there for that spin button, the spin sound alert. Whenever someone watches it, just make sure to fire it. Then here, the end of the track, downhill and uphill into the start finish line. Right, you guys are not here to see me racing, you're here to see these guys. Let's have a look at them. They have 13 people, should be only 12 because I have removed my car from the track. The game still shows 13, I hope that goes away. And you can start the race no problem. So here we have Mac Ovo, the first one to open a fast lap, followed by Sweaty Palms in the Honda and Barry in the Lexus. So three different makers here up front, and they are also the three championship leaders. So Sweaty Palms currently leading the amateur division with 48 points after 6 rounds. This is round 7, but note that round 5 was cancelled down to connection problems. We were not able to race that one. So 6 rounds completed, 48 points for Sweaty Palms, and then you have Barry here with 36. He's with 36, and actually is Morin. Where is Morin? In P3. Morin's here at the back at the moment. So he's P3 in the championship, equal points with Barry. So they're both with 36 points. And then you have McOvo, who joined 3 rounds late. So he's got only 2 races completed, but 2 wins and 2 fastest laps as well. So this guy here, really fast in the GTR. He's got 28 points and he is P4 in the championship. Right behind him we have Progenitor in this beautiful red and white Honda. Love those colors. With 25 points, and he is equal with Jay Seward, also with 25, currently sitting P6. So between P4 and P7, everybody's quite close. P7 is this man here, Yoni, who started the tournament really strong, but then had a couple of spins along the way. He's got his own maneuver named after himself. He had a DNF in the last race, unfortunately. He's got 22 points, but he's a contender for fighting for a podium if he keeps pushing and doesn't give up. Really fast guy there with 22 points. And then Mr. Yak, King Yak, where is he? I saw Stacking Yak earlier. Okay, so Yak is here, but I cannot see him in the race. So let me just let him know. So I cannot see Yak, which means we're not going to be able to start the grid like this. So he needs to unready himself and ready again, and then we should be able to see his car. Let's go back here. Right, let's see if he's doing that. We're waiting for him to disappear from this list and then get back in. So welcome to GT7. Those guys that are not very familiar with it, we have this type of connection problems every now and then. So yeah, he has unready himself. He should get back in. So we found out that by unready and readying back, sometimes it works. Most of the times it works. So he should get back to the track anytime now. There he is. King Yak has joined the track. Yeah, now it shows 14 drivers. I can't see him now. So that means that he can score times now. So what happens also, if I can't see him, I think other drivers will also not be able to see him, and then we will not be able to start the race, and he's not gonna clock time, that kind of stuff. Not great for championship. So back to the qualifying here. We have Sweaty Palms, the championship leader, leading this qualifying session with a time of 1:20.031. It's a very good time actually. Can he go faster? Makova just beat him actually. He went half a second higher. And meanwhile, Makova does it at 1:20.018. So really close between the two there. Only 13 hundredths of a second between the two drivers. So Makova coming really strong here in the amateur division. Let's see if we can confirm this this pace in the race as well. 31 laps scheduled for today. Soft and medium compounds mandatory. Yoni currently coming here in P3, really strong, leaving Barry behind. So Barry will need to go faster if he wants to keep the podium. but he's got Moran here in P6, so 2 positions behind him in the qualifying. So Moran and Barry are equal in points for is it P2 and P3, right? Yeah, P2 and P3, 36 points. So whoever finishes in front here will be opening a gap to the other driver. Jesse putting the car here right in the middle. Whoa, we saw someone going straight there. Let's see if we can find out who that was. Yeah, it was Mr. Smurf in the green car. Like I said, guys, that hairpin, we're gonna see this happening quite a lot, I guess. People going straight past. We have C. Turner here in P8 at the moment in the GTR. Smoke and Hold his new Lexus. Smoke and Hold still yet to score points. One of the only driver who has not scored points so far. He's been racing with the old car at the start of the season. Naturally aspirated car, no turbo. Been really struggling with pace. Changed the cars and last round in Autopolis, unfortunately, he was not able to do much. Sorry, Laguna Seca, that was. Autopolis is the cancel round. So let's see what he can do now. Jay Seward in P10, Progenitor in P12, and we just saw here JW Elite, new driver coming in as a sub, going up to P11, right in front of Progenitor. With a 21.9 time, so 1300 is right in front of Progenitor. And Yak now trying to get a fast time after having to reset. I hope that hasn't really affected him much. He's going to 2/10 quicker. It's not enough to get Progenitor. He needs to do better than that by at least a second if he wants to get out of the back of the pack. Back to the front, we have Sweaty Palms with a 1:19.931 up to P1 again. And Matt Kovo chasing. So Sweaty Palms gonna come through the sector now, and that's red. He's not improving his time. Let's go check Ovo because he's coming out to close sector 2. Is he improving? No, he's not. He's 6/10 up. And then we have Yoni. Yoni's going purple. Get in there, mate. Yoni's going purple in sector 1. Let's go on board with him. Passenger seat ride. Sharp braking here. Left. So, oh, a mistake there from Yoni. Hits the wall. It's gonna cost him a lot of time. Yeah, he was a little bit down. Now he's 1/10 up. So not great there from Yoni, unfortunately. He was going really fast, and Smoke and Holt actually with a P4 time. Look at that in the Lexus. He's actually proving that he was the car and not the driver indeed. So good stuff from Smoke and Holt. Gunning for his first championship points here, maybe. He's got Ovo there pushing hard behind him. Ovo's gonna want to get past really quick, but I think he's already losing time. And got a penalty as well, Ovo, so not gonna improve his time. Evil Melon in the chat. Hey mate, good to see you. Are you gonna be joining us for the Pro Division later? I heard you might become a sub here for Flatout Racing League. It would be great to have you and Pickorick in the grid together. The RXGT boys here racing at Flatout Racing League. Just watching Smoke and Hold here. Unfortunately, he's not gonna improve his time. I think we're out of time. Just finishing the laps. Please finish your laps. There's a little bit more than 10 minutes because we started before the top of the hour. Let's just see what the guys are doing. Sweaty Palm still with that 19.9. Can he improve here in this sector? No, he can't. And here comes Makovo as well. So both soft and medium compounds are mandatory. I think the tank can take about 15, 18 laps, even pushing. So I don't think they need to save much fuel. Only 0.43 up. So Makovo, he pushes a little bit in this final sector. He might be able to improve his time. Let's see. Quite wide to the hairpin. Seeing some people just nudging the handbrake in there to go a little bit sharper in the corner. Here comes Ovo. Can he improve? Not enough. Not enough. That's P2 for him, so all drivers should be coming out of the pits. So just asking everybody to be out of the pits. Now it's with race control. Race control is this man here, and Moran. We're just waiting for him to start the race now. So some drivers with medium tires, quite a few of them actually with mediums. Yoni put in the softs. Yoni was gonna start in P3, I think. So 31 laps here in Deep Forest, Switzerland. This is the regular layout. The weather forecast for today is clear blue sky for the whole duration of the track. Me being a little bit of a scumbag as I am, I like dynamic weather, and I was hoping that we would have heavy clouds in this race, because heavy clouds, the track gets a little bit foggy, if you guys haven't noticed. And fog in this race, especially the long tunnel in the back of the track here where no, J-Cert is right in the middle, here where Moran is now, and the exit of the tunnel, especially going on the reverse layout, there you can see at the back of the screen right now, the fog blocks a little bit your view, and you cannot see the braking point properly. So racing here with fog, it's really challenging, and quite like that. Right, so all drivers now coming out. So Jesse, just Elite and Yak are still in the pits, waiting for them to get out. There we go, it's race time. Why can't I see the track information? Here they are. 12 drivers ready to race, or 13 drivers. As the red lights go off, it is race time. Very good start from Sweaty Palms in the pole position, but Mac Ovo trying to find a gap around the inside. We're gonna change the camera soon, guys. And trying to avoid carnage here, everyone. Drivers respecting each other, but Sweaty Palms got the best of it, and Mac Ovo lost a few positions. Let's reset the camera here and get back to the action, guys. Great start from Sweaty Palms. We see smoke and dirt going everywhere as Jesse gets the jump up to P2, Yoni holding on to P3, followed by Mac Ovo and Moran. good start. We see more carnage there in the background with Mrs. Murph up to P6. Smoke and Holt P7. Let's go and follow him a little bit here. As Turner just gets past Yak on the inside as they're coming to the uphill to the tunnel. J Stewart P10, Barry, JW Elite and Progenitor now falling down to the back of the pack. Crazy start of race, Sweaty Palms, no trouble for him. He comes around the hairpin, goes a little bit too wide. Drivers need to be careful not to get a penalty by going wide like that. But there is a Honda 1-2 as it stands. Jesse, so far in his best ever race, I guess. In P2 so far. Then followed by Yoni. He's gonna try to find a gap here, a little bit of contact there. We can see the cars are swerving sideways quite a bit. That's internet connection problems from GT7 lobby stability, which we're hoping that they can fix it soon. But as it stands, that's Yoni P3 and now Mac Ovo. So Yoni's no longer pressing Jesse, and that's Mac Ovo finding the space around the inside. No, not quite just yet. Yoni fights back and holds P3 from Mac Ovo. This race is promising a lot of emotion, guys. But get the audio alerts ready when someone spins. Please fire the alerts because that's what they are for. Yoni opening 3/10 to Ovo, and look at Moran coming super fast here now, trying to close the gap. He's only 1.2 seconds, but if Yoni and Ovo keep fighting like that, Moran should be able to close in and take advantage of that battle. So the gap remains 1 point something. Moran unable to capitalize on this battle here, but Jesse now put 1.3 on Yoni. Ovo trying to find a space around the inside. Yoni does not defend. Ovo goes around the inside. Can Yoni do the switcheroo? No, he can't. And that's Ovo up to P3. And Yoni is struggling with pace here, considering he's the only front runner with soft tires. Let's just check. Yeah, so Sweaty Palm is on mediums, Jesse is on mediums, Ovo is on mediums. So Yoni, he's on softs. He was supposed to be quicker than this and leaving Ovo behind. He's struggling a little bit there with the pace. Then Moran is on mediums as well. Turner's on soft, so two drivers on soft. Seward, followed by Smurf, followed by Barry. Ooh, Barry's not having a very good race here so far. He's fighting for P2 in the championship. He needs a better result than this. Then we have Yak in P10, JW Elite fighting here with Smoke and Hot. We have yellow flag. We have a yellow flag. Someone spun. Someone is in the wall. Looks like it's Yoni. Come on, mate. So we don't know what happened, but Yoni is down now to P13. Unfortunately, we don't have replay here in GT7. Let's hope that he stays with us until the end of the race this time. He was having some technical problems last race in Laguna Seca, but he's got the pace to get back at least to the middle of the pack, we hope. Look at this, already getting past Progenitor. Progenitor getting off the track a little bit, going to the grass. Yoni should be able to get past Smoke and Hold. We don't know if Yoni just spun by himself or if there was contact. Both are valid possibilities, especially in that hairpin there. Maybe he was trying to push a little bit too hard to pass Mac Ovo and overshot that corner. So he's in the slip of Smoke and Hold. Put on the inside, and there he goes up to P11. So he should be able to navigate the grid, get a few positions again. but no podium for him anymore. Let's get back there to the front, see how the other guys are doing. So Mrs. Murph and Jay Seward fighting for P6. Let's go with them. Ooh, that was a little bit of a dive from Barry there. Completely missed the braking point and almost took Mr. Smurf out. Need to be careful with the braking position on the track. If you brake turning, brake while cornering, you lose braking power. But if that's what happened, or if you just literally hit the brakes too late. We have a three-way battle here. Barry goes wide, and that's Yak and Yoni past. King Yak, or Stacking Yak as it's chosen here. Currently sitting in P8, squeezing Yoni, not wanting to let Yoni pass. But he's only delaying the inevitable. Yoni does not go for a dive, but he goes very tight there in the hairpin. Yak goes a little bit wider. Now they're side by side, but this one favors Yoni, who's already passed and up to P8. Good stuff there from Yoni, recovering positions. Yak trying to fight back. They are in the same car, the GTR 2016. But Yoni's got the tire advantage and the pace. So there he is, already opening half a second gap. Let's go back there to the front. This is Murph, Jay Seward, Turner there in P5. So now we have Moran and Jesse fighting for P3 side by side, the Lexus and the Honda. Moran trying to find a gap before this long kind of straight. You can call it a straight, I guess. Heading to the tunnel. He's got the slip. Should be able to put side by side before the hairpin. You can see Ovo, he's got quite a gap there. He's got 2.3 seconds, but in terms of distance, it doesn't look like a lot. So let's stick to these guys here for now, see what they can do. More unable to find a gap. Oh, there he is. Looks on the inside. Jesse does not defend. And that is Moran up to P3. Good move there. Textbook maneuver. Not sure why Jesse decided not to fight back. Where is Jesse in the standings? Jesse's in P10. Only 13 points. He's got amazing pace here today. Not sure if he has been practicing a lot more than usual. Oh, he's already losing 1.2 seconds to Moran. So maybe it was just a quick fire and now it's wearing off. I don't know. But Moran is now up to P3. He's got 2.6 seconds between him and Mac Ovo. And then we have Sweaty Palms, the championship leader, currently with the fastest lap of the day, lap 3, 1:21.018. Another 21 there. He's very consistent into the 21s. That's great stuff there from Sweaty Palms. And a 7 seconds gap to Mac Ovo, the challenger. He had a few laps there in 22s because he was fighting with Jesse, fighting with Moran as well slightly. So let's see what he can do throughout the rest of the race. Moran is lapping around the 22s. He was fighting with Jesse for the past lap and a half or so. Since lap 5 he was lapping 22s. He's only won 21 actually. So Moran slightly off pace compared to the two front runners. Has to push a little bit harder, but as it stands, he's quite solid for a P3 finish. Also remember, all these front runners, they got the same strategy, starting mediums and putting softs towards the final third of the race. I'm assuming they're gonna go close to 20 laps in the first stint. Well, the guys on medium at least, and then the final 10 to 13 laps. Ooh, Jesse there almost with a mistake, a little bit too keen on the throttle. So yeah, like 13 laps or so on soft boots towards the end. So I think that's what Turner and Yoni will be doing because in the first stint, because they are the only two drivers to start the race with soft tires. Any pro driver in the spectator seat, please let me know what the strategy looks like for pros, if it's the same or not. I assume it's gonna be something similar, even though the GR3s and the GR2 cars, they have completely different fuel consumption and tire wear. I assume that it's gonna be a similar strategy still. They're not wildly different. And look at Yoni actually. Yoni is already up to P6. Amazing pace. He's going 21s there since he had a 34 at the spin, and then a 22 lap 4 where he was regaining positions, and then it's been 21 for the past 4 laps. So Yoni showing his pace here. He's going even quicker, 2/10 quicker. So he will be catching up with Turner, who is in the same strategy as him. I dare saying that Yoni can potentially fight for P4 because Jesse is losing pace. He's now clocking 23s, back to 22s now, but Jesse is really losing pace, and Turner is only 1.4 seconds from him now. And then Yoni is 4 seconds, but Yoni is coming so quick. But a second, almost 2 seconds quicker than Turner. So another few laps, he should be at the back of these two. I think even before the pit window. So this is a very technical track, especially this middle section. Sequence of corners. If you don't pay attention there, you're gonna hit the wall. Hako here in the chat, 1 stop or 2 stops. This is interesting, Hako. Like I remember in Laguna Seca last round, Artemis and Smiley they went for a 2 stop. It almost paid off for Smiley. He was not able to get back to P1 that he held for most of the race. But he got P3, I think he was. He was very close to Ricardo Pickles and to was it Smiley that got P2? No, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Smiley in the or Trevor. I can't recall actually who got P2 in the last race. But yeah, Smiley went for a 2-stopper there. Almost paid off. Almost. Unfortunately for Artemis, it didn't. I would expect you to be doing the 2-stop as well last round if it wasn't for your wheel getting busted. How is your wheel now, Hako? Are you gonna be okay this time? No hardware issues. GR2s you can run 20 laps on soft. Wow, that's interesting. So Hako here now throwing weird strategy up on the table, potentially 2 stops for the pros. This is going to be really interesting. I like when we have different strategies like this. Meanwhile, Jesse looks like he woke up and Turner started to lose pace. Let's go see what our championship leader is doing other than improving his lap times down to 20.8. Great stuff there from Sweaty Palms. He's now 9 seconds ahead of Makovo in P2. So Hako's currently warming up. Gummy here saying 4-stop. Why not? Yeah, I think a 4-stop here wouldn't work. Ricardo Pickles here in the chat as well. Smiley would have won without the spin. Probably yes. Smiley had one spin, and that cost him a few seconds. That would have really put him right there in the battle for P1 and P2. So the guys here, the pros, comparing times with between themselves. Sweaty Palms was quite wide there on the exit of the hairpin, so be careful not to get a penalty, also not to get the tires dirty. Mac Ovo clocking 21s, and he's got a 4-second gap to Moran, so the gap has not grown as much. Moran is doing a brilliant race here today. Almost his best race since Daytona, I guess, where he won round 2. So he's 4 seconds behind Mac Ovo. The gap's been growing about a few tenths a lap, you could say. It's not too bad. And Jesse holding on to P4. Turner now stable at 22s, and look at Yoni. Yoni closed that 4-second gap, and should be looking to get past Turner by the end of this lap, probably by the hairpin. I think Yoni's gonna be in front. Let's watch them. The only two drivers starting on soft boots. Yoni had a spin lap 3, I think he was, and down to the back of the pack, and there he is already getting past before the tunnel. Turner went a little bit too wide at the left-hander that allowed Yoni through, but he's gonna try to get past again. Yoni defends on the inside. He's got the advantage because the corner is to the left. There he is, and he holds on to P5. Good stuff there from Yoni. Great recovery race from him, and already putting more than half a second in Turner. Wow. Turner's gonna try to fight back, but I think Yoni's got this one. Let's check the other guys here. Barry currently sitting P2 in the championship standings, equals with Moran. Not having a very good day right now. Moran's in P3, Barry's in P7, so that's gonna cost him P2 in the championship, and potentially, let me look at the points here. So that's 13 points for the winner. If he's got a very bad result, well, I think even if Ovo were to win this race, I think he's still secure in P3. But Barry needs a very good result here to keep the gap to Makovo, who's currently in P2 in the race. But I think 2 more rounds or so, Ovo might be fighting for a medal as well in the championship. Mr. Smurf sitting in P8 right now. The gap to the front and the back is about the same. Turner pits. Turner is in quite early, 14 laps. His tires are not that worn out. I'm not sure why he's stopping so early. And Yak as well. Yak is also going in. So they're gonna go about like 15, 16 laps then, give or take. It's a very quick pit stop. Did not fill up to the maximum. And he's already out in P11. Turner. So that's very interesting. Early pit stops. Let's go back here to the guys. So Jay Seward is sitting in P8. Improving his time a little bit. That's good stuff. And Smoking Holt was doing so well in qualifying. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe that chaotic lap 1 cost him a few positions, and then he's struggling to catch up again. Progenitor currently in P10, but we know that 2 drivers have already done their pit stops. Progenitor tires are quite fresh, even compared to some of the other drivers in mediums. So now Turner is out of the pits, and JW Elite, our new driver, his debut here in Flatout Racing League, not having a great day actually. Looks like he pit already. No, I think it's just the game being buggy again. He was showing a P there on the right hand side. No, he is. I don't think he has pit yet. No. And then Stachiniak in P13. Back to the front, Sweaty Palms opening the gap even further. 10 seconds now to Makovo. Sweaty Palms is flying. Let's see how much longer he's gonna stay out with the mediums. He doesn't have to stop yet. He's not losing time. He's still clocking 21s there actually. He is really quick. Another lap into the 20s now. He's going really quick, Sweaty Palms. Although his fastest lap is at 21.3, he's got another 21.3 now. So it's half a second slower than the best lap from Sweaty Palms. It's a huge gap. So Mora now 4.8 seconds. So Barry is in the pits now from P6, I think that was. So Moran lost another second to Makovo in the last, I think, 3 or 4 laps since we checked on him. Looking about 2 tenths per lap, you could say. Something like that. Well, he lost a lot of time in the last lap actually, 22.4. And then Jesse. Well, like I said, Yoni was gonna get Jesse before the pits. Well, I thought they were gonna stop a little bit sooner than this, but Yoni's right there. But then Jesse's gonna put the softs and Yoni's gonna put the mediums. Let's see if Yoni can keep up. But getting a P5 after that spin is great stuff for Yoni. His fastest lap at 21.3. That's faster than Makovo. 3.01. He's on softs. He's on softs. You have to remember that. Oh, he's got a good chunk of more fuel than Jesse actually. So he's gonna lose maybe a second less in the pits. So Mr. Smurf going to the pits now. So there's a very interesting pit window there from lap 13 up to here on 218. We still have people stopping. Probably gonna see the final guy stopping on around lap 20 or so, doing 10 laps on soft to get the maximum of the grip that it can offer. So Jay Seward and Smokin' Holt and Progenitor actually, they're in a good battle here, the three of them. It's about a second and a half between them. Not close enough to be a real battle, but we might see something happening here in a few laps. And look at that Progenitor now, closing the gap massively. We have a battle here. Let's go on board in the Honda passenger seat ride as he changes Smokin' Holt. Into the hairpin. Not close enough to mount an attack just yet. A little bit wide there, Progenitor. Now he compromised his exit. So no overtaking just yet, but he's half a second behind Smokin' Holt. We could see a move any time now. Lap 19 already, and still quite a few people staying out. Oh, we have a yellow flag and Progenitor hitting the wall as well. So, don't know what caused the yellow flag. Sweaty Palms into the pits now. So have Jay Seward. He was swerving there. Maybe it was him with the yellow flag. Nope, it was Yoni. It was Yoni because he's now 10 seconds behind Jesse. And he was in front of Jesse before. So Yoni doing it again with a spin. His tires are quite worn out. Almost 20 laps on soft boots. Jess is already in the pits. Sweaty Palms is out. He's out in P3. So no trouble for him. So Moranen over still to pit. Sweaty Palms is soft boots now. We're gonna see him going into the 19s, I think. Because his car is very light. So Jesse coming out right behind Jay Seward. So he can get a little bit of the slip there. Hopefully he doesn't lose too much time. Smoke and Holt and Progenitor, they're back in the battle here into the S's. And Yoni is right behind them. Yoni has already done his pit stop. But Yoni did it again, another spin, causing a yellow flag and losing position. This time he lost only one position because the gaps between the drivers are much greater. He lost about 10 seconds in the beginning of the race, if not more. And in this, he spun and then he went to the pits, so it's hard to calculate his time loss now. Let's see, Jesse had a 41 in the pit lap, while Yoni had a 47, so I would guess he lost about 5 or 6 seconds in that spin. Are the guys gonna go in? Smoking Hole stays out while Progenitor goes in. Gonna try to undercut there. We have a little bit of smoke here. That's Jesse trying to get past Jay Seward. Jesse with a faster car. He's got the medium tires. He's already done his pit stop. But Jay Seward, tough guy, does not want to let Jesse past. Jesse pushing a bit too hard. Goes onto the grass. 11 laps left to go here in Switzerland. Deep Forest Raceway. It's really wide there, Jay Seward again. And that allows Jesse to get the overspeed in the exit of the corner. Down the straight, Jesse's got the inside. And that is Jesse up to P4 again. Jay Seward is gonna try to get a move, make a move again. Changes his mind. It's a bit brave there from Jay Seward trying to get past in there. He should be going to the pits now. Yes, there he is. Into the pits he goes. Of the front runners, only this man has not pit yet. And he's trying to use the slip from Sweaty Palms, but he's already far behind the slip. So Moran doing a great race here. Currently P2, but I think he's going to lose the position to Mac Ovo after the pits. The pits are around 20 odd seconds. Here comes Moran to the hairpin. Oh, almost a spin there for him. I don't think he's got enough fuel to keep going, and there he goes into the pits. Nakovo should get him no problem, but Jesse is too far behind to pose any threat. Ovo gets past. Here's more in the pits. It's taking quite a while there. Okay, he's out now. Good gap. Fortunately, there's no penalty for cutting the white lines here. Otherwise, he would have been in trouble. He comes miles in front of Jesse. Jesse holding on to P4. Great race from him today here in round 7 of Flatout Racing League. Let's have a look at Yoni. He's sitting in P5 at the moment. Could have been P4. Could have been P3 even, without 2 spins. But let's see, he lost about 6 and 10 seconds, I think he was, that I said, right? So about 16 seconds. So, anyone 20 seconds from the leader? Yeah, he would have been in front of Moran. He would have been fighting with Moran here if he wasn't for those 2 spins. So there you go. Meanwhile, Barry now on soft boots. Only 2.8 behind Yoni. I think Yoni is at risk here. Barry might get that P5 back from him. We've got 8 laps to go. Let's keep an eye on them. Turner on medium boots. He started on softs. He's now under attack from Mr. Smurf. We got a GTR battle on track. I think it's much of a battle because Mr. Smurf should take this one in the braking zone. Yep, here he is. Moves to the left on the inside and just gets past. No trouble. So that's Smurf up to P7. Turner down to P8. So we've got 7 laps now to go, and I think Jay Stewart, if he doesn't make any mistakes, he might be able to get Turner as well in the tire difference. Wow, 21.6 the last lap from Jay Stewart. That's a really good lap. Well, Turner has been clocking 23.24, losing a lot of time actually. Turner on the medium boots. Jay Stewart is now only under 2 seconds behind him now. So Turner is really going backwards in the second stint. 1.4 seconds. I think next lap Stewart should be able to get past. And he brings Progenitor with him. Progenitor only 1.7 behind. We have Smoke and Holt and Yak not far behind as well, and then JW Elite in his debut, not doing a great race unfortunately. Let's go back here to Jay Stewart because the gap is only 1.3. He clocks a 21.1, his fastest lap so far, against a 23.7. Jesus, that's 2.5 seconds in 1 lap. I don't think he's even gonna wait the end of this assist to get past. He's just gonna try to make his way there and get in front. It's risky, so maybe now on the corner exit it's gonna come out much quicker. It was a little bit too wide. Hopefully he doesn't get the penalty. He's into the slip. 6 tenths gap, but that corner exit rather, well, the entry wasn't very good. Of course the exit's not going to be good either, so he wasn't able to close the gap just there. It goes really wide now, the hairpin exit, and I don't think he'll be able to pass just yet. He's pushing, he's putting pressure on this man, Turner. Let's see the lap times. 22.7, so Turner woke up a little bit, and 21.8. Ooh, contact between the two now. Jay Stewart very late in the brake zone ends up making contact with Turner and sending him off track. See if that one's gonna go to the stewards after the race, but Stewart also lost time, damaged the front of... No, so that's Progenitor there with damage to the front. Interesting. So he got the back of Stewart. I wonder now if it was Progenitor who got Stewart and Stewart got Turner. We're gonna have to check on Discord later in the chat. Oh, and a spin there from Stewart on the corner exit. Disaster for him, losing position here. Progenitor gets past up to P8. Things getting a little bit hectic here towards the end of the race. Mr. Smurf with the penalty now. And Barry's now not able to close the gap on Yoni anymore. Yoni now putting a 20.6 on medium boots. So I think Yoni woke up. Maybe he heard me saying that he was gonna lose positions there. So Era Racing saying dive bomb there in the chat. Yeah, it looked like one. But I'll leave that to the stewards after the race. Convict 11, thank you for joining the party, mate. Welcome to Flatout Racing League and to Rallycross GT. You're watching the amateur division. This is round 7 of Flatout Racing League. Jesse doing a very good job there in P4. Moran with a 20.0. That's a great lap from Moran. 22 from Jesse. So Moran consistent there. 3 laps in a row in 20s. But I don't think he will be able to get this man back Ovo. 19.8 past a lap. Now he's going purple. Okay, so 19.841 for Ovo and 8.31 for Sweaty Palms, fastest lap of the day. So 100th of a second between the two drivers in terms of fastest lap, but 18 seconds on track. Sweaty Palms is absolutely flying. Championship leader, and he's going to extend this lead substantially now today if he can confirm this win. So here comes Sweaty Palms, open lap 29. 3 laps to go. And 11 seconds gap. Ovo unable to confirm that purple time. Moran's coming quite quick. Got a penalty now. And fastest lap of the day is now from M. Moran. 1:19.687. That is very, very fast. He's got a penalty there. Now, I don't know if that penalty was corner cutting to get extra time and get the fastest lap. Who knows? Or maybe he just made a mistake indeed. It's interesting that if you have a penalty, you cannot complete a qualifying lap. But in the race, technically, you could, overshoot a corner to get a few tenths or even seconds advantage, and just to get a fastest lap. I'm not saying that's what he did, but I'm just saying that you could. I've done that a few times against a computer, but it's against a computer, no one cares. So pretty set things here up front. 2 laps to go for Sweaty Palms. Let's check the guys here from the back up to the front. So JW Elite in his debut for Flatout Racing League Season 1. He's joining in as a sub for amateur division. Not doing a great race, but always great to see another Honda on the track. C. Turner, after that contact, fell down to P12, and it will be very hard for him to recover from this. Not the result that he was expecting, I guess. Stachiniak in P11. He may be able to catch up here with Smoke and Holt, who's in P10. I think he might get 1 point here for a P10 and score his first point of the season. He was really quick during qualifying, but not so much during the race. Jay Seward in P9. Then we have Progenitor in P10, almost making a mistake there. Mr. Smurf in P7. Yoni. So Yoni lost the position to Barry. Like I said, it could happen. Looking at the times, Yoni had another 29 there, so another mistake from him. And that allowed Barry pass. Then you have Jesse, Morin, Ovo, and championship leader Sweaty Palms. We're gonna go with him for the rest of the lap. It's the final lap here in Deep Forest Raceway in Switzerland. Classic track from GT series, back in GT7. Much loved track by loads of people. And Sweaty Palms about to take the win. Not the fastest lap anymore. Morin got that from him. But he's going to extend his championship lead with a strong win here. So Matt Koval won the last 2 rounds. But this time, Sweaty Palms fights back. Around the hairpin. Down the right and left corners. Big downhill and then a small uphill. And here comes Sweaty Palms to take the win. Round 7 of Flatout Racing League. Sweaty Palms wins in Deep Forest Raceway and extend his championship lead by a significant margin now. And Mac Ovo will take P2. And here comes Morin to close the podium. And now he's gonna take P2 in the championship standings. Actually, great stuff from Morin. P3 in the race and now P2 in the championship. Jesse coming around to take P4. Great result from him. Gonna improve his position in the championship. Doing a little bit of a spin there. Almost missed the line. Fortunately, the gap to P5 was big enough. And that is Barry, who was sitting in P2. Now he's going to lose a few positions in the championship. Closing P5 with Yoni right behind in P6. Almost out of fuel, Yoni. Mr. Smurf in P7. Progenitor. Good result there, gaining a few extra positions. In P8 with a Honda. Right ahead of Jay Seward and Smoke and Holt in P10. Stachyniak P11, and that is it. Those are all our drivers today. Very chaotic start of race, but very dominant win from Sweaty Palms. Look at him celebrate the win with the pole position and extending his championship lead. Good stuff here, guys. This is the amateur division of Flatout Racing League Season 1. That was it for round 7. We're gonna go for a quick commercial break, and when we're back with the Pro division. I see you guys soon. My name's Kurt Dunninger. I was your host for today. We'll be back shortly with the Pros. Thanks a lot for watching, and well done all the drivers. Well done. Sweaty Palms for the win, Matt Koval for P2, and Morin for P3. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes.
Introducing RS30 Ultra. The first sim racing wheel and pedals designed by a professional championship racer. RS30 brings next level realism to your racing sims. Sense the road. Know your vehicle and get faster lap times as you tear through the track. Dual helical gear motors give you more torque than traditional gear drive motors, with the same smoothness and quietness of a belt drive motor. Experience a stunning 6 Nm of torque, the most torque per dollar than any other wheel, and fast, accurate feedback with 0 dead zones. Feel every nuance and know exactly when you're understeering, oversteering, or losing traction. Spring-loaded pedals give you responsive throttle modulation and brake progression for absolute control and precision, just like the real thing. 2 additional paddles can be used as clutch and e-brake, or as pedal-free throttle and brakes. A rotation switch lets you easily toggle between simulation racing and arcade-style racing. Even the diameter of the wheel is calibrated to exact race car specifications. From the metal build to the suede wheel and steel pedals, every detail is dialed to give the entire system a high-end feel. Get better, go faster, win more, and enjoy every second of it. With RS30 Ultra, you'll race like a pro and feel like one too. RS30 Ultra by GTR Simulator.